remaining.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Madior, and today we'll be casting TDL Pro Series 14. We're starting with a quarterfinal, Sankin Gomez versus CDUB Esports, or CDUB Esports. I'm not quite sure how exactly you pronounce it. A lot of like, these are pretty good teams. Tier 2, CDUB were in Tier 2 in a DPC, so quite excited to see this best of 3. Unfortunately, don't have a co-caster today, so we'll need to do it solo on my own. And so far, we'll start out with Root Mother and Niche Prophet bans. Quite obviously, like the best heroes in the patch right now. One of the best, constantly being picked up on the major, which is going on right now. So we'll see anything surprising or unexpected.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team back.
Getting a Tusk ban from the CDUB and the Lina ban from Sankin Gomez. Same thing. You never want to play against Lina. Tusk is annoying. Can also be a really good flex pick always. So like from the heroes who are really popular, like Rubik is still there, and Dying still there, Trent, Tiny. So we'll see if they decide to open up with one of those here. Let me just check and make sure that my mic is working. I think it is. So I think we should be all good here.
Radiant team pick.
Instead they'll open up with a Riki. It's also like here it has a lot of big rate, you know, with the low minute 15, the shard timing, shard into cloud. You don't see it as a first pick that often, in like on the major and stuff. But it is still it's a very annoying hero to play against. It's also I want to just say it's like good into other heroes that can be picked, but like heroes it's really good into, like Tusk for example. It's already banned. Obviously there are others. Like solid hero overall. So.
Radiant team pick. Dire team pick.
Now the Abaddon opening up is an interesting choice here. This is already quite unusual. Like, you know, if it would be a Trent Death Prophet, that would be a prototypical opener. Abaddon is much more interesting, especially I think against Ricky. Like Abaddon, I wouldn't say it's too good into the cloud. You know, he either sounds the Abaddon and like he doesn't do anything for his team. You cannot press the ulti while you're silenced, and hero doesn't want to build a 4-staff, or at least not first item. It's interesting to see like what exactly is this Abaddon for. Obviously, like it makes it that on other team maybe doesn't want to pick Trent or something, but I don't think it's specifically that good. Maybe they know something about the CDUB that I don't know here. But yeah, for sure, it's interesting to see. The DP on the other side is stable. One of the most picked 3 heroes, like Coddle, coming as well. Okay, these teams are definitely doing something quite unusual. It's interesting to see if it's a Coddle mid straight up, or it's like a Coddle 4. If it's like their support duo, I think they would lock on the control department a bit. Coddle was decent into the DP. It's a vessel builder, and it has a lot of magical burst. They have an Abaddon though, so they have a purge for the vessel. I'm pretty sure it is purgeable, and same with the slow from the Coddle. So yeah, like the burst for the DP, it's also the out push. So the DP cannot take your tower. Maybe if it is a support Coddle, maybe you just you know, as soon as DP hits 6, and if you want to leave a lane, you can just sit up there and it just kills every wave, something like that. Or maybe it is a mid, and it can just do the same thing with the fast BOTs or something. Still, like so far, like those 2 heroes at the start of a game, they'll need some help. They'll need some stuff that like can control and work around them. maybe like a tiny for the Dire team here would seem not that bad. Additional magical burst with a Kato here that can go in, follow up on the shard from the Riki. Well, so far we'll see Ember Bands, we see Battle Rider Bands from the Dire team. I think those heroes are very annoying for the Kato, and maybe it's suggesting that the Kato is indeed mid because those heroes can jump, are annoying in lane. If it's a Battle Rider, and Ember can just they can just follow him around. Kato, like, the way he escapes is because he has high move speed, which is good against DP, but better stuck to those heroes. Same with Pango. The radio team, we see they're concerned with the Zoo heroes, like the Beastmaster. I think to see maybe Enigma for Dire will come out now. I think it should be pretty fine here. Maybe we'll see another pick here from the radio team too. Before we can say anything, honestly, I wouldn't be like really opposed against Trent 5 against the DP, but we'll see. Clocker coming in, that's also good here versus Kato. Kind of forces Kato to go 4-staff earlier on, otherwise he just dies into cogs.
10 seconds remaining.
I feel like Rubik is not bad for the Dire team for another support as well. I think, yeah, it is still in. Like, it's a free save, you know, without even the 4-staff, obviously with the shard, and you can build a 4-staff. Good spells to steal, like, saves from the Abaddon or silence from the DP. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, Abaddon, it's not good against the sounds, but it is good versus the Riki. The Riki Dart cancels out the sleep. So now I can see why it is here. Still unusual to see Abba 1. I mean, Abba 5 picked here. Our team is using a lot of reserve time here. They have double pick. They'll start out with a Trent, as I said. It's decent. Gives a lot of protection versus a DP. It's a really good DP counter. Because, like, you know, if DP tries to push, Trent slows it by a lot. It has the roots, which DP hates to play against. It's obviously not great. We're into picking into Abba with the root cancellation, but it shouldn't be too bad. Trent is always good here right now.
Radiant team pick. Drow Ranger.
And they're picking up a Drow. It's also classic DP counter. Like, it also will be a really hard lane for a DP. It'll be maybe a bit easier if it's with the Clockwork, a bit worse if it's with Abba. I mean, maybe around the same, but it's just really hard for her to play against double slow in lane. And later on to the game, Drow with a shard that provides all the healing reduction, so the DP cannot heal up with her siphons. So it should be really good here. Clockwork is a bit scary, like, but you're a natural pike builder. You have the sounds as well moving him out. They will have a bit of problems killing the cogs though. Like, if they don't have, before they have the 4 staffs, they don't have a lot of right click. Like, Trent cannot attack, Ricky can attack. Colorado doesn't want to be in range to attack either. So would expect to see, like, if it is a Colorado mid here, so maybe like if he goes like Vessel 4 staff, wouldn't be surprised to see that at all. Maybe he even skips the Vessel because they have an Abba. They need like a teamfight disruption here on the Radiant team. Like, the Clockwork will go in, you know, the DP wants to ulti, and you need something like else. Which is why, like, all those heroes from Dire are such a good bands. The Pango, the Emperor, those are the heroes that do that. You don't want to pick Storm, obviously, in Tariki. Would be a good lane to Kato as well. Thinking what we could want here. Maybe like a Puck. Isn't that bad. It's like obviously not great versus Ricky, but a lot of mid disruption heroes are not good in Tariki, unfortunately. If they want to go like mid versus mid, they could pick Zeus, even though it's like a bit different thing. I don't think it's like what I see that they need, but it's a very good hero nonetheless.
team banned.
It will be a storm. So yeah, they needed a disruption here for the backlines. They have it. They have a couple of silences. It'll be a bit annoying to play, especially with like Grilleriki. He needs to have a very good start here. He needs like fast timings. He needs to get a couple kills. It's obviously a good hero at getting onto the Kato, so I'm like level 6 is scary for him. But it's not like it's not the worst start game, but it's not the best. Should be alright though. Should be alright. The only concern is like early laning. It may be a bit annoying for him, but I think like in the lane versus Kato, because he needs to get into the lane and Kato can blast it, but probably will just straight farm in the end. Maybe he'll need to bring a bit of regen, maybe like raindrops or something. But the main thing here is that the Kato should have an absolutely free lane. Clockwork probably won't rotate, Abba won't for sure. So if he holds his positioning, should be pretty easily for the Kato. As Last of Us bans TA and Sniper coming in from the Dire team. Sniper outrange with Drow, and TA, I mean, I guess they just, yeah, Radiant team needs some right click. And they'll pick up the Enigma, which as I was saying in the second phase, they pick it up now. Still good. The only, like, the only BQ blocker is the Clockwork. It's hard to do. They need the Grief Builder, they need, like, something to provide, you know, something to fight around, because Drow and Cuddle need somebody to go in front. And then the Radiant team, they'll just pick up Jarrah, classic Enigma counter. You just still skill flak, kill his Idons, make the game hard for him. So yeah, I think the lane will be fine. Ricky's not the strongest laner, so for the Radiant team, it definitely should be a win in the lane there. I think a lot of this game comes down to how good storm rotations can be. Kato is obviously a way less rotating hero unless he gets the BOTs. He should have a good lane though, so he will have a good timings. They wanted to play around this Enigma though, but with having the Jarrah against Enigma probably won't have that great of a lane, and it'll be hard to play around her early on. So yeah, the early game can be scary for the Dire team here. And you know, in late game they have the Storm to jump to Drow, they have the Clockwork. I feel like it'll be a bit hard for the Dire to set up the fights the way they want to, because like other 4 heroes except for Enigma won't have. They need somebody to work around. If somehow this Enigma will have a good lane, I think Dire have a good chance. But most likely, I feel like I tend to favor Radiant team here, with an insta-pick Gyro to Enigma. And the problem is like you can if you ban the Gyro, they'll obviously ban out the Enigma. So it's like, so for them I think it was like, do we really want the Enigma? We don't care if they pick Gyro, or do we ban Gyro? But you know, if you ban Gyro, then you obviously get Enigma banned, and then you kind of wasted the ban. So it's like two-edged sword. But we'll see. We'll see. Alright, and as we're starting out, we have 9 on the Clockwork. We have Shido on the Gyrocopter, who is going to the safe lane, obviously. We have the Duko on the DP, Yambur on the Abaddon, and in the mid lane we'll have Lundi on the Storm Spirit. On the other team, we have Mark playing in the Coddle. We have Fruit Basket, which I think is their stand-in, playing in a Twin Protector, Sanctified on the Riki, Double King in a Drow, and Lost Isla on the Enigma. Starting out with a Magic Wand as well. Teams will meet up around here, and the Radiant team are smoking. They have a ward on the high ground, so they see these tiers walking up into them. They can decide if they want to fight, and now they're obviously want to fight. They're all in. It will be a 4-on-4 engagement. Mids, the both teams are here. Now it's 5-on-4, and with the Rocket coming into this Riki, and he's being clockwork, I think this will be the first blood coming here on the Riki. He has nobody nearby, and he had no Blink Strike charges anyway. Maybe a bit aggressive, like he went in, I think he thought it would be a solo clockwork, but obviously will prepare the team fight here from the Radiant team. Good for the first blood. Who got the first blood kill? It was the offlaner, so at least it wasn't the Storm. So it could have been worse for the entire team. You know, maybe they'll think that they if they get this ward maybe from this engagement, maybe they don't know like that the Radiant team prepared in a good way.
The battle begins.
Yeah, and as you see, Kato going straight BOT's 4-step, realizing he needs the 4-step. I think he's still going back for the Urn and the Vessel after that, because it's like very good on Kato, and very good versus the DP and later on Gyro. But we see what MC prioritizes early on, obviously, here. And the Gyro started out with the homing missile for the kill there, so it'll be a bit better for Enigma early on. Obviously, it's like it won't be great still, especially with Abba running around with the Aphotic Shield. Also can just run in and kill like this Eidolons together. So yeah, this Enigma won't be very happy here. He has a wave pushing into her, and I think this will happen here all the time with the flak and stuff. Should be at like XP at least, hopefully here. Mid lane is going kind of even, and the Clockwork is doing the lane pulling here, trying to protect, tries to stop him. He does a bit of damage every time he does it, but still, I don't think Drow is happy. Drow is not the best hero at just staying at it on the tower and farming. You know, obviously she's not pressured by DP that much here, but still, it's always good to get the ball off. Meanwhile, the Enigma staying on the tower, finally last hitting here. Gyro's not skilling, and the level 1 flag is not enough to kill the Eidolons, I'm pretty sure. I may be wrong, but I think it's not enough. I think he's like either his Falcon Blade, like the Blades of Attack, or level 2. But you know, with the Aphotic Shield, you know, now they're chasing out and killing some of them. It's still good, yeah, and especially now, like the Abba finishes up the finishing touch, and as soon as Gyro hits 3, obviously 2 levels in flak means like he needs to be very careful. I'm interesting to see, like, you know, Abba obviously can go just behind the wave, or they can place a ward. I think they'll just opt out for Abba going behind, because like this Abba is not pressured. There is no way for them to kill Abba. And yeah, we can see that lanes for Dire not doing that great, the side lanes. And even in the mid lane, early levels are Storm favored. You know, it'll get better for the Kato the more he gets levels in his Q and stuff. Like especially now level 3 and on, gets easier, but. Ooh, nice play from the Riki to get the couple body blocks to get the rune in front of the Abba here, and the Dire jungle. Meanwhile, Storm is just going on this Kato, not allowing him to farm, and I think he'll find a stack now and steal it himself. Yeah, Kato is going in there. He has the ward, so he sees that Storm went in there, so I think Storm will opt out to return to lane as well. Oh, and over in the top lane, both heroes are going to die here probably. Actually, now with the Leech Seed coming out, they'll get a return kill on Clockwork, but it's still a Drow dead in lane versus the DP. Obviously, DP is very low. I'm interested to see like if she will have some stuff coming in with the Clockwork, but I don't think so right now. He has a Mango on the Trend Protector. Maybe he gets in range and kills Stevie before Clock gets back, but I think it's too late now. Yeah, and there it is. There is the salve coming in. So, DP will now get to heal up to full. Water runes control though. Riki went over, so no bottle refill for the Storm. Obviously, Cuddle doesn't care about that much. He has the mana refill naturally, but it's still a good way to steal it from the Storm. We'll see if there is another rotation coming in at the 6 minutes rune. Clockwork coming in, maybe trying to steal a couple assets here. No, Said that they're trying like to group up, but like the stack's already cleared. Sure, like one, okay, you get 2 creeps, like whatever. Um, in the bot lane, they're trying to go into Enigma. Enigma gets kind of low. They're trying to man fight here, and they're starting to go in the Gyro. Gyro, yeah, the shield gets popped from that, but so kind of both teams trading blows there, but nothing happens. Instead on top lane, Trent Protector dies, probably got better assaulted to death. That's the problem. Like Trent is not good in lane versus the Clockwork. Kind of get mauled down by the assault and the cogs. But yeah, so far the lanes are going amazing, and especially the mid lane. You know, like I didn't think it would have been that much of a stomp for the Storm, but it is. So he gets level 6 first. He's a bit ahead. Has the 3. He's farming fast. Like he didn't go for Vortex. We'll see if this Riki comes in to help secure the 6 mid rune, or at least like try to. But yeah, he is, and I'm not sure if they'll be able to do it. Okay, yeah, Kato uses the blast first, and now Storm sees a lot of damage here. They'll try to chase him down. They don't have unfortunately illuminate. It is enough in the last second. Very nice play from the with a blinding light. Just enough push him back. Another right click, and this is a big kill for the Kato. It's like, I don't think you expect as a Storm to die in lane, but now in top lane, the Clockwork is charging with a better assault. On top of this, the Drow, she's locked down, and I think she's straight up dead here. They're also, actually, she's living for now. She used the stick, it was a full stick charge, and he's trying to run away from the Clockwork. Clockwork has another round of cogs soon. Kato is coming in, kills off the DP. Now, this Drow tries to leave another stick charge. Has a bit of HP. Clockwork tries to man fight her, but it will be not enough. Very nice rotation with it from the Kato coming in here to save his Drow, and gets return kills. Very nice rotation from this Kato, and really nice plays. Kato holding the draft together so far. You know, now he just gets the BOTs. Obviously, he used the previous TP without them, but still, now he can start to rotate around, and for every engagement, every time they try to go in on teams, he'll be there to help. Jara also gets level 6 soon, which is when she gets way stronger, as long as, you know, there is not a Clockwork on top of her. Mid lane, we can place swords, but I think he'll. Oh, nice Cloud. I'm not sure if he'll be able to escape, but at least he gets the rune away from the. Yeah, and he even might escape here. But with the Gyro Rocket coming in, oh, he actually dodged away onto the Kato, and yeah, nice escape. And you know, especially with the Gyro coming in here, Gyro wasn't farming for a bit, and now they may be stuck. There is a black hole. He decides not to commit, scared of getting cancelled. Maybe it was like a bit too deep. Also, Kato didn't have his ulti there. If he had the ulti, maybe they decided to like fight more, but not for now. Drow in the top lane gets 6, so you know, especially when Clockwork leaves, DP should get forced back and at least won't take tower for quite a while here. So that is good. Needs to be careful. Clockwork start rotating in back here, and the DP has the ulti up if they decide to pop it. Need to be a bit careful. And now they start to go on the trend, but with the Kato TPing in, big blast coming in, and with the DP getting slowed down as well. I think this DP should be going down here shortly. Yeah, nice rotation with Kato, and again, they overestimate how fast they can kill those people. Like, obviously they have a lot of damage, you know, with level 3 groups from level 3 Siphon, but they have no like pipe, right? She's just working into mech. On the DP, she has not enough healing to sustain through the Kato just coming in and bursting her down with like 500 damage nuke so early on. And now, also the DP ulti was popped in the fight, so this tower will last even longer. And they have a trend, don't forget about that as well. Oh, still smoked out on the Clockwork, who's still level 4, 10 minutes in, really low level here. With the Storm coming in, they really want to get this kill, they really want the top tower, they want to open up the map. They don't want to allow the trend to hold, and now the Drow is running into the Storm long zip, but silence, very nice silence to pop them off. And they were still trying to go, but now Kato runs in. Kato will be straight into the middle of all of them. Oh no, this is a bad TP, and now he's inside the cogs. He tries to push back, but it's not enough. And Ricky comes in late with the silence, but it's not enough. Trent also here starts to man fight, but with the Clockwork hitting 6 of those kills, both heroes are low. But now Stormspirit will get killed, and at least it's return kill. And now Trent hits 6 of that kill as well, and the kill actually neutral creep. Oh, the Ogre Stomp kills off the Clockwork. It's not the worst. At least they traded out. It could be worse, you know, if like Storm just lived. But yeah, the TP, you know, the fact that he TP'd here on the Coddle, not on the side, like the way they were positioning, it was bad. And in the meanwhile, where there was happening, DP could have took the top tower because Trent was forced to use his spells in the lane. Good thing is, Enigma is there to trade it out. Trade out lanes, so kind of even response. And now in the mid lane, they're jumping in straight on the Ricky. Ricky was not fast enough to pop the trade, will die. And now DP pops the ulti. They want to try to fight her, starting to slow her down. They have a Kato here. I'm not sure it'll be enough right now. Doesn't have a vessel or anything. Has a force staff to save himself from situations like that in the future. But this tower is falling here. Really nice early mid-tap tower taken here for the Sankin Gomez, and they're going straight into the bot lane as Enigma is getting low. He gets healed up by Kato a bit, but still ends up going down, and I don't know if they will try to get this to DP here. DP will start to get healed up from the from the ulti returning back. So yeah, just overwhelmed by the fact, you know, like, their heroes are all so scared of the Clockwork getting near them. Enigma cannot pop the ulti, everybody else obviously dying. Like the 15-minute mark will be a big timing for the our team, but they might be far behind by the time the Storm pops a DD, just kills up Trent as well. It gets kind of scary, and the Riki is in. There's Sentry is scouting him out, but they'll just opt out to escape for now. They try to slow down DP a bit, but there's Nappa behind her, so Malefice won't be enough to kill her. We'll get safe from that. Storm Spirit gets a Witchblade delivered, so his damage output increases quite a lot here. And interesting, will he just try to jump on the Condor here in the mid? He will, with the DD still running up. He tries to get, but misses the zip, and now the Vortex is not there. He uses a lot of mana. He has like 300 mana left. With the ulti popped on the Trend Protector, maybe he will be able to escape in time. Pops TP and TP's out, and here they're going in the Clockwork with the Black Hole, but gets the Clockwork kill, doesn't get a DP. DP is able to escape. There wasn't any follow up with the damage there. At least that, you know, those are some showings. They didn't feed to the Storm. They got a return kill, so it's pretty good. Pretty good. You know, every second you can buy before the Riki Shard is obviously good for the Dire team here. And same with the Drow. Like, I think when they get the Shard, the healing reduction will be also big. I'm not sure if they'll opt out to just buy it in 50 minutes or if she'll go for the Manta first. Obviously, like, Manta is also important here. The Clockwork is going in onto the Trent. Trent tries to save himself. He has the... Actually, there is nobody here. Now they're coming. The DP pops the ulti, and the Drow needs to escape here as fast as she can. Storm Spirit tries to go for the deep jump, and he will get it. Gets force staffed by the Coddle, so Coddle saves for now. Oh, this might be a bit scary for a DP. This DP is very deep, and she starts to get hit by the Drow. A bit of over-aggression from Duko here, resulting in his death. They even had to get a mecha. Had a mech on the Enigma to save if needed as well. Meanwhile, while that's happening, there is Happy Man in the Radiant Triangle right now. There is a Gyro level 4 Flak. Going for the attributes, not even leveling Rocket Barrage. Has his Ags already, working on the Manta, working on the Crystallis. Meanwhile, Storm Another kill on the Riki, and has the region rune as well bottled up, so he gets all of his mana back. This Storm will be a big problem for the Dire team in this game. At least until the Enigma has the BKB, so she can pop the black hole, but she had to read the bad lane, which is expected versus the Gyro, so she's very far away from that. She's just trying to work out to finish up the Griefs soon. And on the bot, Clockwork with a hook shot is looking at this Kato. Kato is marked. He's not in vision, but he's marked. He has a 4-staff, he has an urn, so maybe he can escape for a bit. You're looking for it. The creep wave is helping him by stopping the Clockwork. So, yeah, now the Kato and his horse fire move speed too fast to follow. Alright, Riki has the shard. Now is where it's scary. It gets a bit scary for the Storm. Storm gets slapped down. They'll have a silence as well after that. And this Storm is immediately dead. They're trying to defend with the Gyro ulti, but it won't be enough. They can't get there in time. Clockwork hook shots in. Forces pops the Enigma back. Enigma has the mech, so they can still run around overgrowth from the Trend Protector. Now they start to do damage to this Clockwork. Clockwork, it gets healed up a bit. Both teams are still full HP. There is a lot of damage coming in from the Drow from this side, but I think they'll just opt out to run away. They didn't have the black hole still, so they don't want to commit. They get the good kill on the mid laner, and they force all the enemy team back here with no objectives in the round here, and they should be happy. It was a good Riki dart reveal. Obviously, you expect him to get to the 15 minutes, but yeah, still worked out great there. Drow should be careful. TP's in lane. There are ops words in lane here, and they're starting to go towards her. Don't have a hook shot for 10, and she gets back to her triangle, so should be safer here. She's a Trent as well nearby. Maybe a Trent dies to Clockwork here now. We'll see. And now top lane, meanwhile, they're going with the dart. They're going with the Gyro. I think they'll just pop the black hole. Maybe no. They're opting not to. Yeah, this is way more than enough damage with the Kato burst coming in. And I think now the Kato is finishing up his vessel as well, so even without the Drow shard, they will still do substantial damage to the DP. Obviously, she has the Griefs, they have the Abba, but if you're able to pop it out at some point, or like on a solo target, could still be good. Sleep Dart coming out on the Clockwork, and with the Kato tipping in this Clockwork is ultra dead immediately. Oh, actually, the good Abba save coming in last moment. I think they didn't pop the Illuminate or something in there. I think they thought that it's for sure dead Clockwork to all that damage from the Eidolons, but not right now. Survives. Good clutch Abba TP there in the end. And they're giving the bot lane right now to the Trent because everybody's scared to go in there. Cause it's like, scary place to be. So the Trent can just be there and get like his money for the shard or blink, whatever Q opts out to go in first.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
And on the ward, they see the Gyro now. They're smoked up. They're looking for this Gyro. They see the Gyro. They see a Clockwork around. If they want the Gyro, they don't want the Clockwork. Now they'll pre-place. They'll praise the silence, and then with the big black hole coming in, they'll just kill off the Gyro. Actually, good Clockwork shot. They didn't stop the Clockwork shot, and now this Gyro is still alive. And the return, that was so close. I'm not sure if they had anybody to stop the Clockwork shot, but a very good, nice hook shot there to stop the black hole with nobody between them. If that black hole is not stopped, this Gyro is dead for sure. So, really good break for the Radiant team there.
Stupendous.
I'm interested to see what this Kato will go for. Like, obviously those are the car items, but for the Kato, sometimes they go Ag, sometimes they go like take an E-Blade or something. And I'm interested to see what he'll opt out for this game, because I feel like they need, like, every time they just need a bit of it extra damage. So maybe like he goes Octree, maybe he goes the Deegan, and just provides that extra little burst. Obviously, also at some point the Drow will be ready to join those fights. She's farming up and she's almost done with her Pike. I think it should be flying right now. Oh yeah, there is one more item. Both teams starting to prepare for the Roche fight here. There, win the Ward Vision for now. And this ward is very nice, scouting all the gyro. They didn't find it after the fight. They thought they were going blind or something. Tried to deward here, but it's not enough. And yeah, Riki's just being annoying. Seeing all of the radiant right now, giving away all the movements, and the blink coming in for the Dream Protector. So you know, they don't have the blink BKB Enigma, but at least they have a tree growth to start out the fights now with to follow up on the Riki or anything else. But this ward still provides so much information for the entire team right now. Like, they're basically able to farm up the whole map, even though that they're not ahead, because they see you know, they see basically like 3 heroes walking around with this ward here. Enigma has the shard, has the griefs. I mean, we'll go for the BKB next item. So starts to get to the timing. You know, this Enigma didn't have the greatest of lanes, but not falling behind after the lane even further is a good sign for the other team.
Death's bounty.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Alright, teams start to run into each other. The Enigma, they pop the Abba ulti here, with it eliminating a couple more damage. No Abba ulti for 60 now. But yeah, both teams are not willing to give up the Roche vision, and this ward still like provides so much for the other team. Like, they're able to play the freely, like get the farm and draw right now while they're doing all that because of the ward. Sorry, I'm back now with alright, Kato gets Lance, so able to pop his spells from even further away. We'll see if that Lance goes into Doctrine. Wouldn't be surprised at all to see that here.
Dire are scanning.
Drow has the shard now, has the pike, so does a lot of damage, has the survivability for her with the 4 staff. And now they find the Storm. Storm doesn't have a BKB yet. And with the Malphite and with the Stow and the stat and the Trend Protector ulti, this Storm goes down even first. They're trying to go in, and the big black hole on top of 2 heroes here. And this DP looks very dead, but actually gets healed up from the Abaddon a bit. Will survive. Clockwork will go down instead. Gyro starts to run in, tries to go, but Drow still does a lot of damage. Kato is stunned, but I think this Gyro should not be allowed to escape here. And with a bit of Kato more damage, they will finish up the Gyro here in a second. Finally do. Clockwork actually still alive, but Abba will get killed off instead, and they're trying to chase him down with the level 3 Leech Seed. Is this enough? I don't think it is. It just lives, but big win for the Dire team, I think. Yeah, the fact that they, you know, the very nice find for the Riki on the Storm before he gets the BKB was like fight 300 gold off before the BKB on the Storm Spirit. Really lucky for their team. One thing that is a bit scary for them is that they could have a good black hole out of the cancel on 2 heroes. They killed off Storm first, and they still like it looked a bit scary at the second. Like they lacked damage a bit. So, and you know, the Kato goes to defensive spells. He's scared of like getting just jumped on, so they don't have a damage increase in him. Like, and they're really relying on his Drow to go big in next fights. DP also will get her BKB soon. BKB ready on the Storm, and Gyro is on the one not going for the BKB. He went for the Manta, and he's going back for the Crystals now. So, oh, actually, while we're talking about the Clockwork, sorry, the Storm tried to jump in, and they were going for the Kato. They will kill up the Kato. The Storm dies in return, and now they're deep in. Abba will get killed off as well. The Drow starts to do all the damage. Slow coming in onto this Clockwork. Clockwork looks very dead right now. Looks a couple HP left, but you will get finished off. Big dive from the Storm Spirit, tries to get it killed to Kato. good protection from his team, and now you know we see why he wants to aim this. He wants to be able to survive in situations like that. He wants to survive versus the dives from the storm. So, and they see on the wards, they see the DP right now. I wonder if they'll decide to just go and try to find his DP. She's completely alone, and they see it on the wards before his team respawns. Riki is almost there with the dart. Dart coming in soon, I think. Good trajectory from the DP though. He was able to escape. This team doesn't want to use so much time to try to find her now. She has the BKB, so she's more safe. The most important thing about the BKB in this game is that not only it stops the cuddle damage, it also stops the frost arrows from the drow. So it's really important for the DP to be able to sustain in fights. Still no Roche taken in this game. Like both teams just sat around Roche basically for the whole game. And without the deciding team fight, you know, where everybody lives through, neither team is able to pick it up yet.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And Radiant team now finally goes into Roche, but they have Crystals and Gyro. They have the Curse of Awareness from the ABBA, so you know they are confident. And the other team starts to go there. They're smoked. They have a bit of time. Roche is still at 3,000 HP. They really need to get it before they get it on the Dire team. And now with the cuddle damage coming in, they'll kill off the Clocker. But the Radiant team already got the Roche, so now they're trying to escape. Are they able to big black hole? Top of two heroes with the drow damage coming in through. First life, I think we'll be about to lose on the storm here, and he pops the BKB on the first life. But maybe it is enough. Maybe it is actually enough. As they're keep the jump going, and finally the storm dies. This drow needs to escape before he's able to go back on top of her. Win for the Radiant team. Just a bit too late on the Dire team before to get to intercept the Roche play, but you know, at least they got the Aegis back. At least they got the Aegis back. That's something. You know, there will be less pressure for the next couple minutes. But you see that lack of damage, like, they need more damage right now. They need to be able to kill those heroes, like, during the duration of, like, the black hole. Sleep Dart on top of the DP. They want to just go on her. And, yeah, that's what you do. Solve a target versus a drow. Try to TP out, but there is no escape. Too much damage on the solo target, that is. You know, without the Abba nearby, without all the saves, without all the protection, able to kill for now. And you know, we can see that drow realizes they need the damage. Straight after the BKB, she'll go back for the Daedalus. She knows she needs to kill those people. Also, Enigma opted out to go for the Wraith Pact here. Interesting choice. Like, you know, no ways to cancel the BK Black Hole almost, like except for the Clockwork. She goes back for the Wraith Pact. It's pretty good versus Jar, especially like, you know, if you place it in the way that Jar cannot attack the Wraith Pact, because then he's if he does, his flag still works on everybody else around. But if it doesn't, that stops a lot of damage from the Gyro coming into on the whole team.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Full Eagle is completed on Jar as well. This Jar is ready to do some serious damage in fights, and as we've seen so far, there is like they are not able to just focus him down and kill him. So even without the BKB, he's able to live for quite a while.
Dire's
He's not even going for the BKB after that, which is it's a bit surprising to me versus the Drow.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's
Radiant team
top
takes the
tower
top
has
tower.
fallen.
Their team is like soft sieging mid, but they're not ready to full commit, so don't think they'll take the tower here fully. Just applying a bit of pressure as much as they can.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire are scanning. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
A bit of a quiet time in the game. Shard completely on TP, tries to work in the blink. She'll just try to go and drow like herself immediately. Because if you force the drow to just run away from you, it's hard for the rest of the team on Dire to do damage because they don't have much. So like they just try to itemize just to jump the drow and just force her to run away, so that she cannot just stay there and attack.
I've been wanting this.
It's like always when the Aegis dies down so fast, this game instantly slows down after that because teams are just not ready to do much and don't have big objectives, not ready to take a big fight. So with the Aegis out straight as the Storm got it,
Radiant's middle
we'll slow down. But now the Radiant team smokes. They want to try to wrap around here. The tower will be dead. They see that nobody's defending, so they are prepared. They have the ward. They have the trees counting out from that direction.
middle tower has
They
fallen.
see the clockwork. That is their arrows coming from that way, and Kata was about to run in. The missed hookshot though means that this Abaddon will be instantly killed. They jump on top of the Trent, but Trent pops the ulti on top of the BKB Storm, and they're trying to go on the gyro. In the meanwhile, Drow is in the middle of everybody, and she's trying to just go on the gyro. Gyro is killed off, and now this DP is starting to get slowed down. Is low HP. They're trying to flag, but the silence coming in onto the Storm. 3-for-3 trade. Like the core survived though from at least the Kato. And now with the slow coming into this Abba actually bought back. Actually both bought back. So it's 3-for-5 and 2 bought buybacks. As you know, with the buybacks, it's obviously a big win for the Dire team. The activating core from the Kato. Kato, like, you know, the cooldown in the spells does a lot more damage now. And but especially like the big thing there was the sorry, I cannot think. Was the tree didn't die when Storm jumped in with the BKB, and then he was able to stop the rest of duration of the Storm's BKB with the overgrowth. It was really big because otherwise maybe this Drow dies earlier, maybe Jay's gyro lives through, and the fight would go in a very different direction. Oh, Clockwork goes in solo onto the Trim Protector. I'm not sure if he should be doing that.
Radiant's bottom tower.
I think he's about to die. 4 stops to low ground, but I don't think it'll be enough. Yeah, with the Blinding Light going back in, 9 will get killed off. But Storm tries to go in back in. And the tree growth misses this time. The BKB is still up. There is no black hole. Enigma survives for now. There is Wraith Pact also. So with the big silence coming in, this Storm is silenced and dead. He maybe went a bit too aggressive with the DP. And no BKB left. Now they can be. I think they could be pretty freely. Where is the dart? 2 seconds till the dart. This DP could be dead here. She doesn't have a grief. She doesn't have anything. Very low on the Abba. Abba doesn't have the ulti, so they're about to get killed here. I think. Yeah, with the DP also dying to the Drow damage, and yeah, just a bit too much dives. They tried to save the clockwork, and you know, they didn't have the exo, they didn't have stuff yet already. You know, even without the black hole from the DP, it's so hard. The DP has the Greaves, has the Wraith Pack, has the Vanguard. It's like so survivable. Like it took so long for them to kill her off. For like, the good part for them is that this, I think it's a quite a late Roche respawn, so they're at least not losing a Roche here. You know, to a DD draw, that would be terrible. But this Gyro showed in the lane, and he is scary. He's walking into the division. Ricky is there with a dart, and now the Drow with the damage. He has no BKB, so this Gyro is straight up dead to the Crystal is DD Drow, and the Clockwork was there trying to save it, gets killed off immediately as well. And now they will have 40 seconds to claim the Roche if they scout it in time. It's late. They wait 20 seconds. Are they able to wait it out and take it before the Gyro respawns? This is big. The Radiant team is playing like for the aggressive, they're all optimizing with the blinks, but if they get jumped in first, they just die. And now the Drow gets the Daedalus down, you know, her double damage right now, but maybe it's a better version of double damage.
Touché. Let the fun begin.
And they scout it out. They see it. Let's see, where is the Drow? Is she going straight for the Roche? No. Not yet.
Radiant's
But
courier has been killed.
I think she should be starting to go there now. Yeah. They both teams see, but Jara's still dead for 30, I think. This will be too much damage from the Dire team. I think they'll be able to claim the Aegis first before the Radiant team comes there. And don't forget, they have the Black Hole. The Enigma is still opting out to never go for the BKB. Just goes for the Crimson. You know, honestly, it's not the worst game for the Crimson. With the Gyro, you know, it stops so much of the damage and AoE and everybody. And Clockwork runs into the Riki. Like they get silenced, and this Clockwork probably will die here. Yeah, with a push back. You can jetpack, but then you get pushed back, and actually everybody escapes. Clutch 4 staffs, but the Aegis is lost. The damage is done. Now the Abba is forced to pop the ulti and gets silenced, gets slowed down. So this Abba does not live. Will die here, and Ricky is even going even more further up. There's another dart, killing a Clockwork as well. I think it's about time when we bring out the buyback status. Both supports still do not have buybacks for 3 minutes because they bought back for the last fight in the mid. Now the Dire team looks pretty unstoppable with the amount of auras on this Enigma. Can they bring out the Drow with the Aegis as well and her? Not sure who claimed the Shard. I wasn't watching. I think it was Kadekata with the recall. They're starting to march down and kill those tier 3s. With the glyph used, there'll be another glyph for tier 3s. I'm not sure if they'll be using it here. Ricky jumps in, tries to find anybody, but they're just splitting out. They understand this is lane lost. Dire team, interesting to see. Will they opt out to just go mid as well? You know, I think they will. I think they want to bring people back. They'll say like, hey, do you want to lose another lane? We know you have glyph, but we have Aegis. What do you do? And like, it is scary. Storm, like, he'll use his mana on the first fight. You know, it's scary to fight in the base, but for now they're staying. They're popping a Crimson, and this Drow is just going to town, hitting the. There is no glyphs left, so I think this is a 2 lanes. Unless they're trying to go behind with the Clockwork and DB smoked up right now. They will. The Clockwork jumps in, and the BKB popped on the Drow. Clockwork instantly dead, and she throws around. They're trying to kill the Enigma before the Enigma can Black Hole, and they will. But the tree growth is pretty nice. But the fear is coming on the Drow. Drow is dead. Do they have the buyback? They don't have the buyback on the Enigma, so Enigma cannot be back here. So now they'll be just trying to escape. The Drow will go back on the high ground. The Meteor Rex is alive. Meteor Rex is on 400 HP, but it is alive. Oh, almost killed up immediately on the Abba. I think the Abba will still be going down here immediately after his ulti is over. But they should be careful. There is a Storm Spirit. You're fighting in the base into the Storm Spirit. Good aim disc. I think it was disassembled before. I think it just got assembled. Kato lives. Kato has a Shivas. But it is scary. You're fighting in the base against the Storm. And they're trying. They're going back in. The Drow gets forced out. Gets feared. Is about to die with the silence. Tries to live. But there is a Storm. And maybe staying without the Enigma was an overstay of their welcome. Maybe they need to just try to back out after the Enigma kill over here. Instead, these Riki survives, but a lot has been lost for the high ground push, and you know they didn't take the second lane. So, you know, the Enigma, as soon as the Enigma dies, they don't have all those auras. They start to go down. And that's the scary part, like, fighting against Storm in the base. You know, he uses his mana, and then he immediately regains all of it in the base. He has the Axe as well now, goes for the refresher. He wants to be his own Enigma. Wants to group up the people for the gyro to attack with a flak.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Riki is waiting for the DP to buy something before he kills the courier. This is actually such an excellent play, but he won't be there in time. Oh, he will. He will. What has died on the courier? Was there anything on the courier? Actually, no. But now, Gyro has a Hex done. You say in conventional builds, this is for sure one. But you know, he just plays for the Blink Hex on this Drow and killing the Drow before the fight starts or something. Everybody up in the Dire team. Everybody has the buybacks in the game except for the Gyro. But, you know, the Radiant team survived. It was a scary time. Maybe the Inchpert doesn't even know the Drow, but the Enigma, maybe this is the target. Enigma, though, scarily close to the BKB. After she gets the BKB, you know, the black holes, maybe this is what they need to finish up the game. You know, if they'll catch the Radiant team trying to go for the Drow, and then they'll pop the black hole into like 3 heroes. Maybe this will be the end for them. Trying to slow siege bot, and I think the tower will go down even under the trend, but they're starting to get forced back into the base by the top lane pushing in. And our team, they're just buying time until they get the BKB on Enigma. This is their big timing here. Yeah, Enigma has the BKB, straight up buys it out. Now the Dire team is ready to fight. And they have tier 4 items as well. Spell Prism. Who is it going to? Will it go to Coddle? Or will Enigma take it? Smoke for the 4 Radiant team, except for the Storm. Everybody else is smoked out. They're about to turn into Enigma, and this is scary. They have the Hex on the Gyro. The Enigma, she needs to pop the BKB. But I'm not sure if they're able to jump her. Enigma runs in, pops the BKB, and now the black hole comes in under the Gyro, comes in under 2 heroes, but there is a stop from the clockwork. Now, they're overgrowth after the BKB. The Drow kills off the DP. Now she wants to go for more. The Gyro tries to escape. They ignore the clockwork. They just go on the Gyro. They want the Gyro kill. They count the Gyro kill. So, the Abaddon gets slapped. Is not able to TP back to base. And now the Abba dead as well. 3 heroes dead. I think there is still no buyback in the Gyro. There is none. They don't know, but they will force it. It was a good BKB for Enigma. Enigma just not scared at all with the BKB coming into the middle of those. And you know, there is a Storm, but there is no Gyro. There is no Gyro. There is a Glyph ready. But I think this will be Megas. I don't think they can hold without the Gyro. And they start going on the bottom lane. So many Eidolons, level 20 as well. So Eidolons are strong. They start to go. They try to go on this Drow, but Force backs. Survives for now. Their BKBs pop on the Storm, but this Drow is not going down. They don't have the damage without the Gyro. Storm goes back to base, but other heroes are dying. They have the buyback, so they will buy back in the clockwork, but third lane is going down over here. And this is Megas. Gem is already popped, but clockwork will go down as well. Actually survives because the Storm stopped the damage from the Drow, but he slept and he's in the base. Oh, the smoke screen just comes a second too late. but they have 20 more seconds. They know there is no Gyro. Gyro didn't buy back, so they know that this is free. 20 seconds. Can the Radiant team buy enough time? There is a Vortex. Goes in. Pulls in both, but he's silenced now. They're just going into the throne. They try to ignore the DP. They want the throne, but I don't think they'll get it. I think this will be still the game for the Radiant team. I think they're able to fight. Storm dies, but he has the buyback. Gyro is back up. Gyro in the middle of everybody. Hex on the Drow, but the Storm jump misses, and the Drow is alive. Is forced that back. Survives. Enigma dies, but I think Radiant team can just go back. They can just wait it out. There is a buyback Enigma if they want to. 20 seconds till the black hole's up. They can go for the Roche. They can wait. They can do whatever they want. They're strong. This game should be comfortably in their hands. Axe done on the Kato as well. Hex done on the Riki. This is really big. This is a lot of more CC now, even when Enigma ulti's down. Like every second it gets scarier. And remember, the Gyro doesn't have a BKB. He's going for the Rapier. He knows he needs the damage, but with the Hex, with the Axe, it gets scarier and scarier. It gets harder and harder with every second to fight for him. At some point, it was like, plan jump Drow dies, but now, there is a Swift Blink. She's fast. They have like three 4-staffs or something on their team. They have so much save. The Trend Protector will have the double ulti as well. It looks almost impossible for the Radiant team, especially with their throne standing completely without protection. But level 25 Storm. Will it be enough to overload bounces? It is a lot, but I don't know. It will be hard.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Refresher on the Roche. Refresher for the Enigma. Enigma knows she's coming. And she has a Blink as well. Blink became your refresher Enigma. This is a dream. Clockwork tries to go in, but he will get stopped by the Riki being there in time. Clockwork dies, he has no buyback. 50 seconds, no Clockwork, there is a refresher and Enigma. Enigma is ready to go out to the town.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Oh, the courier! The courier with the Rapier! This was the last play. It got killed. I think Trent was Trent the one to find it? It doesn't say, but I think he was. Yeah, he was. He was watching, and he didn't log it up. Not like it would matter, but now this is the BK black hole, and there is a second one after that. The Gyro is dead. He still has no buyback. He has no Rapier, and the game is over. Game 1 goes to the CDUB Esports. Really nice showing, really nice fights. Like there was one time when they a bit overstayed with the Enigma dying, but it was too late. And with that said, we'll be back for the game 2 shortly. Alright, and we're back for game 2 of the CDUB versus Sanking Gomez in TDL 14, I believe. I'm a bit late, but we have Lina and Trend Protector picked up for the Dire team for the CWM, and we have Rubik, Dawnbreaker, and Clockwork for Sanking Gomez. We'll say though that it's the first pick Lina, and if it's a Dawnbreaker 3. And it's not the best reach to against Lina, I believe. So they'll need to find answers later on in the draft. They will pick up the same supports on the CDUB again. So tricky as a Trent. Trent is probably the best 5 together with Lina. Provides the frontliner, like strong person to fight with her. And Riki DP, it's also like a 3 and 4 that we see very often. There is not a lot of burst in the Radiant team so far. They have the Clock, they have Donder, the Rubik. Don't see much burst for the DP, and if they want to pick up the Drow versus DP this game, Drow is not good versus Trent because of all of the bonus armor is like 20 armor, which Drow hates. Drow hates the armor. They will pick up a Seth instead. It's another one of the ranged heroes. Can get a couple kills on the DP maybe with the magic damage in lane. with the help of like if Clockwork chains her in, cogs her in. I could see it, but Ricky's good at escaping it. It's a bit scary to play the Trent because you cannot BKB and ulti. You'll get cancelled. It's not great into Lina because it's like lower range of Lina. So Lina basically outranges you. But if you're able to get on top of her, you know, if you get a blink, if you get like later on Arcane Blink, it could turn around. Like if you get Arcane Blink insta ulti, can get scary for Lina later on. But still, it's like they don't have that much jump for the Lina right now. They have good protection with like Ricky Silence and Trent stuff. So yeah, the Dire team just looks like completely most meta, most basic thing right now, and it looks strong so far. We'll see what mids they decide for the Radiant team. I think we'll see a lot. Like, you know, will they try for the Storm again? We see a couple good heroes who can go on top as well already taken out. You know, there is the Batrider, there is the Ember, even Brown Bees by themselves is also a hero who can get out. We see they were very scared of the Coddle. Like Coddle, indeed, like very early aggression from Sand King. Gomez was stopped by the Coddle TPs in around the map, around like 10-minute timing. So I can understand why they're scared of it, and they just don't want to deal with it. So yeah, we'll see what they're able to take here. Maybe like a Buck, it's a classic combo with a Dawnbreaker. Thinking of others, like other stuff that I can think about. Maybe a Pango, even though like it can be very weird into Lina. Lina can just kill a ball if she's far ahead, which she probably should be a lot of times. I wouldn't pick Lush here. Feels like they need something to go in. You can try Storm Spirit again, but like again there is a Riki. Can be annoying to play against, as we saw last game with a couple kills as soon as the 15-minute hits.
Radiant team back. Seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Puck taken out by themselves actually here. It tells me like they want something like a Storm or a Void even. Probably, but I don't know.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Like, even maybe a Storm for the Dire team actually here. They don't have good ways to stop it on the Radiant.
Radiant team pick.
You'll be a Pango instead. Okay. Yeah, that's understandable. You know, you have like a hero who creates chaos for the DP and Lina to do their things. There's a Trend Protector to help you a bit with the armor, so you don't die to SF in your ball. It can get annoying for the SF, you know, later on when you have the Basher and you have the Ags and stuff like that.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, the Panko is a good hero here. Some of the counters in lane specifically are like a Band or like Batrider. We'll see, like, I don't know, do they bring out the Storm again? Do they try again for the Storm? I feel like they need to like heavy jump for the Lina right now. I don't think Clockwork on his own will be enough. Even with Dawnbreaker to follow up. Like, sure, it'll be good early on, but then she gets like, she'll get a 4-staff. She'll get a 4-staff on her sports, and it'll get very annoying. I mean, I know it's a crazy idea, but maybe a Marcy mid wouldn't be honestly even like against it. I don't know if that's something that they would do, but Marcy is a very good hero versus Lina. I don't think it's good in the Bango though mid. So, and they have the Trans Protector as well. So yeah, they cannot even get the Marcy like into those heroes. Not great. Maybe they just need to opt out for the Zeus or something. Just go for try to somehow fight it out. They will go for a Tiny. That's not the hero to go on Lina. I didn't think about that one. And it's really good versus the Penguin lane. You have a lot of base damage. You can deny a lot. There are heroes to burst here, and you have follow up with a burst. This is a really good Tiny pick, actually. I kind of forgot about the hero. You usually used to see it like way earlier on, but. I don't know. It's hard to guess against Lina, to bet against Lina, but I will say though, this will be a very hard game for the Dawnbreaker. I think it's really hard for her to lane into Lina. Lina Trent is like extremely strong lane, and I'm scared this Lina will be out of control before Tiny is ready. At the same time, like Tiny can get a couple kills with a Pango with rotations, and like it's a really good Tiny game. So a lot of this game will depend on how fast the Tiny gets his blink, and can he kill Lina a couple times to slow her progression down. I still think it's a bit Dire favored, but I think it's like really close. Actually, I wouldn't even say it's favored. I think it's like really 50-50. It really depends on how farm Lina is, how like. Not how far she'll be farming, but how underfarmed the Dawn is, and how good is the farm in the Tiny. I think those two things will determine a bit of the fate of his game, and the fate of the Senking Gomez in TDL. Well, we're paused. We can go ahead. We have Yamper this time on the clockwork, Lundi in the mid and Tiny, Duka on Dawnbreaker in offlane, 9 on the Rubik, and Shadow on SF. On the Dire team, with Isla playing in the offlane DP, with Mark in mid on the Pangolier, Fruit Basket playing again in the Trent, and Sanctified again in the Riki, and the Double King on Lina in the safe lane. Last day of Lina safe lane to see for us most likely. But here we are. Yeah, and we'll start with game 2 now. See if we see anything surprising, but I think the Rio team is going for their play again, same as last game. We'll see if the Dire is prepared. They're smoking up altogether this game unless last time when they just ran into. There is no ward on that Clockwork who's going in first, so he won't be placing the same ward unless it's coming from the Rubik. Yeah, they'll just do it this way, but this time Dire are trying to wrap around them. I think they're prepared for this play. I think they expect the Sanking to do the same thing as they did last time. And this ping is from the Dire team, so They're in a good place right now, but their smoke is about to run out. Sword sees a lot, but it doesn't see them yet. So neither team sees each other yet. Both teams stay near their own wards, and now the Radiant team will run into this ward. We'll see. Do they have a sentry with them? They do, but we'll see how it works out. Right now, they're about to run in, and Lina is in the middle of everybody. Starts to get slowed down. The second raise, Lina will go down to start the game. And this will be 4 runes for the Radiant team. This will be big. There is no way for... I don't think there is any way for the Dire to get to those 2 runes, so it'll be 4 runes to start. And the kill to start on Dawnbreaker as well. She's bringing out... where's her stuff? She's bringing out just more reach than Mangoes, but still it's 4 runes for the Radiant team. This is scary. And you know, it was said that the mid lane is heavily favored for the Tiny in this matchup. Doesn't help when it doesn't help Pango at all when he has the other team has like 4 bounty runes.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And the Radiant, I mean, on the bot lane, the Dire tried to pull, but they got stopped. Now, Riki is around the SF. Should be careful. You know, with the raises, can get scary a bit. As we can see, the bottle for Pango is coming in very late, after the 2-minute rune spawn. We'll see what the Tiny can do with this, but right now he has level 2 Avalanche, completely zoning the Pango out. So... second pull is successful enough for the Riki, so DP will get at least some CS after starting out so bad. And then the top lane, they will kill the Lina. This is unexpected. I don't think this should be happening for them, especially with no telekinesis. Not sure what happened there, but this lane is like, this is the lane for them, for the Dire team to win. And you know, with lanes going so badly for pretty much every lane, doesn't look good for Dire.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Top lane, they will pull back and they try to go into Protector. Trying Protector uses his Leech Seed, but it is not enough. Now they have like they have bracers, they have mangoes, and they can dive. And the bot lane, meanwhile, everybody's dying as well. SF doesn't have mana, but at least they cannot go on the Lina yet. Now they'll try to, but it's too late.
Amazing what you'll find laying around.
Yeah, it's slowed down a bit. The bleeding slowed down, but like being 2k behind 4 minutes in, all 3 cores on top of for the Radiant team. Not where you want to be.
It's better this way.
Radiant's
It's
courage.
changing late in the bot lane. And now the SF is trying to chase down the Riki. Riki is slowed. And incorrectly guesses where to go. And yeah, goes down. Both supports go down in the bots to both sides. And his top lane is not going at all as I expected. You know, like the only lane that is going as expected. I mean, bot and mid, both. I don't. Because, like, obviously SF is very strong in lane versus the DP, and the Riki is not the strongest hero. So, yeah, it's kind of the top lane. This was complete disaster for Dire. And in the mid lane, rotation for Ruriken even not needed. This was a straight up kill from the Tiny. Just straight up a combo of 700 damage. And, you know, Pango is such a low HP hero. There are some heroes who have level 1 more than 700 HP, so. Now this Tiny has a Invis rune, has a phase boost, opting out to go that before the blink here.
Death's bounty.
I'm interested by to see this bots and Lina queued up. I think there is no way she goes bots before the Maelstrom. But yeah, now she queues up the Maelstrom. I think like the boss is for the future, but so like this DP is almost dead and the Clockwork is hunting. Obviously cannot do it on his own, but SF is nearby and like with cogs and like another shower raise, this will be enough. Yeah, they just want to dive the tower. There is a slow, but Riki is there to help out, and the Clockwork, will he go down in return? Actually, he doesn't. He has the raindrops, and now the Tango is here. Maybe this is the overextension from the SF. Running into a DP with the Siphons. It's hard, and the Urn is now charged up. SF is dead. Nice rotation. On the top lane though, at the same time, Tiny is coming in and killing off Lina and the Trent both. You know, you get like a good overextension in the bot, but you pay for it. You pay dearly. Still, all 3 cores leading on the Radiant team. You know, it's like in some lanes it's not a lot, but you don't want to lose it to be losing your lane as Lina. Yeah, and now the Dawn ulti in the bot lane, I'm missing every kill, but you know, now Dawn's out of top lane, so Lina can feel safe for a bit. She has a TP if she wants to return, but I think like Dawn is happy not being a top lane anymore, because you still should expect this lane to get Lina favorite as you go further on. They slowed her down her progression enough. Now they just need a tiny blink and they want to go ham after that. Like this Trent is not even level 4 yet, so it's obviously only 8.5 minutes in the game. And they smoked up on the Tiny, looking for the Lina. They definitely have the burst, and she's about to run in. She's walking out. She doesn't know. Is the telekinesis there? No. She's able to dodge back in time. Fast hero running into Dawnbreaker now. Gets slowed. The Pango is here, but we'll see what can they do anything. Can they get the kill in return? Maybe on this Rubik. Yeah, free kill That is good. Good rotation from the Pango, saving up Lina. Also, Lina just realizing, I'm not sure how she actually she run into early, and the ward saved her. And now, you know, like for the rotation, means that the DP free tower in the bot lane. They're trying to go for the kill on the Riki. They'll get the kill on the Riki. Doesn't matter too much. What matters is for the Dire team to be able to save the lane top. And now, you know, there it is. This is the power of Lina. Now, finally, this lane is starting to look how it should be. Now, with level 4 Fire Soul, with the Laguna Blade, they're killing off the Dawn, getting stuff in return. And the mid lane, you know, the Trent is there. Trent will heal it up, slow down the push. So, obviously, level 2, it's not that great yet, as it will be later on, but still good. Link Ducker almost done the Tiny. They're chasing around. Riki sees them. They were able to escape. Cinder placed behind the tower, but not in time to kill off the Riki. You know, finally, some stability for the Lina is coming through. Also, level 6 soon on this Trend Protector, which is not bad either. Dawnbreaker uses the ulti. They need to run out. They won't run out in time. This was bad. This was really bad for them, and really good for the Dawnbreaker. You know, she just finished up the mech, and I think she's already bringing out. Never mind, I thought it was Greaves. It's just a want, but still, you know, they will try to get. Fuck me. They'll try to get a return kill here on the SF, but they don't have any stuns. It's not been 6:15 yet. Riki doesn't have a dart, so SF just escapes, and yeah, this Lina. You wanted to be the most farmed hero, and she's not yet. She doesn't even have your Maelstrom yet, so. You never want to lose your tier 1 towers early as a trend, and obviously the top tower, it's okay to lose the 11 minutes and you got it already on your own. And now, oh, they're about to run into the SF again, and SF doesn't have a TP this time, so we'll be going down with another Crypt Swarm in a second. Yeah, it is enough, but meanwhile, it seems like every time there is one kill, there's 2 kills happening at the same time. Tiny Blinker will first kill the Pango, and then they all run into Lina, found her in the jungle. Radiant are just one step ahead. And now they just won the mid tower. They want the full map control. They don't want to allow the Trent to any further healing up, and you know they see the Riki combo, full kill straight ahead. The Dire team grouping up. They want to defend this. They have the Pango, they have the roll, they have the Overgrowth. Even they're able to actually get a good fight here, but Lina will get stunned here and will immediately get killed off by the Tiny Burst. This is the scary part about early Tiny Blink. This is just, you just pay for it, and you know, DP wasn't there fast enough with the mech. She was deeping, and like now she will die as well. There is a blink, and here the toss back, and yeah, this DP is dead. Clockwork is dying in return, but you don't care. You got like the 2 big kills you wanted to, and this was like supposedly what you wanted to be a good fight for the Dire, right? Like they had the mech, they had the defense from the Pango. They wanted to save the tower, but they didn't. And with every second, this Tiny feels scarier and scarier. And you know, like I think the most unspoken is like the Dawnbreaker is the first position net worth. It's not the SF who are the free lane. It's, you know, it's not a Tiny who gets like every kills across the map. It is a Dawnbreaker 7-1 into a Lina lane, which is supposed to be a Lina win, I think, most of the times. But not in this game. In this game, Dawnbreaker really early Greaves is queuing up a Halberd after that, which will help a lot versus Lina. So yeah, this is a scary game. Looking at the Dawnbreaker in the bot lane, and I think this will be a kill. Yeah, there is a Laguna Blade to finish up. this will happen if you're a top breaker. You'll, at some points in your life, you'll just run into, you know, you'll split push, playing for your ulti, and you'll run into enemy heroes. This is bound to happen. What is not bound to happen is for Tiny to die here to kill the Pango, but I think he is, with a bit of extra burst from the Rubik. This will be enough. And now they'll also kill off the Trent, I believe, yeah, with a pushback. Another round of Tiny spells is coming in here, but DP is a bit too late with the map. And Trent isn't able to pop his stuff. Now this DP is maybe in a bit of trouble, maybe not. She's very tanky. She's trying to get gotten by a DP, but the ulti will miss. Slow won't, and she's starting to go down more and more. There is one more round of siphons. She's living for now, but this is not enough. And Lina is in the middle of everybody. She's going to go down here. Riki is escaping, but not for long. It feels like they're just overextended trying to save each other. And you know, after the initial like DP, a bit like she was just out of range to save the Trent. Trent couldn't ulti. Trent died, and then everybody else followed up. Starts looking more and more like a free game for the Radiant team here. It seems very hard to do anything, and with a toss back onto this Pango. Pango starts to go down, but lives for now. Good kickback from the Trent, and alright, they'll take the clockwork. And the Pango lives for now. There is not additional burst. He's trying to chase, but he's chasing his death by rolling into the SF. And the DP as well. You feel like they just think they're too strong, and now the Lina is pushed back. Oh my god, this Tiny is doing so much. They will just GG out 18 minutes, and they have no part thinking about this game. You know, like, sometimes you pick Lina, and you need the goal, right? This is what I was talking about. She needs to be ahead of the Tiny. Like, she was so far behind. It's hard wherever she goes on the map. She was not prepared. You know, I was talking, right, later on she'll have the 4-staff, she'll have the BKB, but doesn't matter if you lose the game 15 minutes in. But with that being said, we'll be back for the game 3. Alright, and we're back with the game 3 of CDUB Esports versus Sanking Gomez. After long game 1, which like culminated in like big team fights with Enigma, game 2 was a complete slump for the Sanking Gomez. And now we're in game 3. And this time CDUB Esports will pick up Rubik with the first pick. Lina is still in the pool, and we'll see if Sanking want to pick it. For now they'll pick up a Dawnbreaker. And Lina is still available.
5 seconds remaining.
I think they're debating if they want to Lina, if they are scared of it getting countered.
Dire team pick.
They will go for the Snapfire. This also opens up to the possibility of like either putting down 3 or snap 3, putting out the other one 4. Gives a lot of flexibility to their draft.
10 seconds remaining.
Good spells for the Rubik to steal though. You know, all the Snapfire stuff, the Cookie is good. Obviously, if he is able to get the Mortar and Kisses, Science Sounds are coming up here. Not surprised to see it. You know, both Dawn ulti, Snapfire ulti are both good stops. They're kind of like their supports are like quote unquote weak supports. You know, the stuff that if you go on them they die.
Radiant team.
But it's obviously you can't see the use of the silencer in this
Dire
game.
team back.
So in terms of the heroes cleared out here, we do have a Bloodseeker coming in from the Radiant team, which is interesting. And we do have the Clockwork coming out from the Dire team here. Every time you see a Bloodseeker bound, you're thinking about the Pango pick.
5
Be interesting to see if this is what the Dire team will ban here. But yeah, for now, well, we'll see.
Radiant team back. Dire team back.
Lina will finally get taken out here. The Knight's getting taken out as well. This is a good hero to play into Snapfire, Dawnbreaker, the 3-4 combo. You know, they don't have the instant stuns, so you're always able to press the Rage. Both heroes are strength heroes, a lot of HP later on as well. It's pretty good into both of those, so yeah, makes sense. But Lina ban is just, you know, obviously last game we saw this Lina getting like countered, or like, you know, she wasn't able to get the game she wanted to, but it's always scary to play into her in the current meta still.
Radiant team back. Radiant team pick.
Yeah, and the Pango does, the ban does come out after the Bloodseeker. I think it's like kind of how you see it every time. And like it from the Radiant team, you know, they were scared of those push Zoo heroes in the first game when they banned the Lycan and the Beastmaster both, and after that the Enigma was picked up.
5
You know, this
seconds
time
remaining.
Lycan will be gone. We also see Trent uncontested so far. in this game. Both Trent and Undying wasn't even picked or banned in any of those games. And with supports being picked up for the Radiant team won't come there. Slark from the Radiant team. This is a good hero to, as I said, you know, those support heroes from the Dire team. If you jump on, they die, and Slark does just that. You know, he jumps the Silencer, he jumps Rubik, and he kills them immediately. They don't have a lot of HP on those heroes, so you're not that scared about Slark being pretty low DPS hero until way later into the game.
5 seconds remaining.
Don't have much damage so far as well for the Slark, so yeah, looking solid. A bit of an early pick for sure though for Slark. You know, it can't get answered, but we'll see what that answer will be though for the Dire team. I think like for the offlaner, I'm not sure to pick. Is Darkseer good? What else can I think of?
Dire team pick.
Lashrak. It's a classic hero versus Lark. So they're mid, most likely by like any off chance. Just a hero that Slark doesn't like to play because like you see, if you want to hit the slash and you need to stay nearby, you'll get hit. It's obviously the AoE damage, the AoE stun, all the stuff that Slark hates playing against.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
And as for the offlaner, this will be the Primal Beast. Not more AoE damage, more ways to like, you know, go in on the Slark. The only thing is like, Slark can bounce away from you in lane, but still it shouldn't be that bad of a lane for the Primal Beast. You know, if like Slark tries to attack you, you press the onslaught, and you know, gives you armor, gives you damage, and Slark cannot use pounce offensively because then he gets just plummeted by the Primal Beast. So yeah, it's not half bad here, I think.
Dire team ban.
Batrider though, it wasn't banned. The first game it wasn't banned, the second phase it's picked up. And Batrider is doing good versus Slash. I'm kind of scared for the Slash in lane. I think, you know, if he gets just tad over aggressive, he can instantly die to this Batrider here. Also the Radiant have like a completely open draft last pick. They can decide if maybe they want both Snapfire, Dawn support. You know, Snapfire can be a 5, Dawnfire can be a 4. One of them can be 3. Either one of them can be 3, either one of them can be 4 or 5. Probably not Dawn 5, but still really open draft, and I think it looks really good for the Radiant team right now. Like just having the Primal Beast to Slark. Sure, they have a couple answers in their cores to Slark, but Slark can just go into supports, and the Batrider good versus Lush, good versus the Beast whenever the Beast doesn't have the BKB. So the lane looks scary. Void Band coming in from the Radiant team here. Sure, maybe there's just it's a decent hero versus Slark. Can kill Slark, you know, if you don't press the multi before the chrono. It's also just more team fight. And the Dire team seems to think that this is indeed like a 3 and 4, so they need the 5 for the last pick here. They'll pick up, ban out some of the good ones. Some of the stuff like the CM is really good versus Primal Beast. You just root him wherever he wants to trample on you in lane. Disruptor, also annoying for a Primal Beast, just sends them back. So they just try to protect Primal Beast, banning out the 5s that counter him in lane. And as the game goes on as well. Weaver ban, this is a hero like it's not scared of the Batrider at all. if it would be a carry for the CDUB. It's also decent into Dawnbreaker. It's like, you know, just fast, you can just run away from the cookies.
10 seconds
It's also, I think it's not the worst against the Slark.
5
So,
seconds remaining.
yeah, it makes sense.
Radiant team pick.
I will pick up the Ricky though. So this looks, yeah, this will be a Ricky carry. So Ricky carry, it's interesting. Like, the silence is really good. Yeah, like if you silence the Slark without the BKB, he dies. The silence is really good versus Snap, you can cook you out. It's good versus Dawnbreaker for some reason. Even if, like, if you can get on top of the Batrider, it may be
5
annoying,
seconds remaining.
but it's not the traditional +1. It's not like, it's not meta, and
Choose your
they will opt out to put the Batrider 3 here and pick up a mid. So they will be utilizing Flex, even though like it's different from what you know may have expected. They'll put up the, I think this is, I'm not sure who they're 4 and 5. I think this is a 5. I won't see it like that, but I think this is a Dawnbreaker 5. We'll see in a second here. I forgot who of their players plays in which position, but it's definitely Batrider 3, Amber 2. So yeah, and on the dire team though, everything is expected. There will be a Brian will be soft lane for the Isla. There will be Leshruck mid for Mark, Ricky Double
10
King
seconds remaining.
in the safe lane as a carry here.
5
And
seconds
we're just waiting
remaining.
for, yeah, the Rubik will be 4, the Silencer will be 5. Yeah, I think like Radiant team just looks, it looks like dire team don't have much solution for the Batrider. Batrider in a 3 is probably a bit weaker than Batrider in mid, but still, like, they have a lot of jump for the backline, weak supports in the Radiant team. Their supports will be stronger, building those like griefs and mech stuff and like all the protection stuff. And Ricky is not the best one to the Batrider either in lane. You don't have like any way to purge or anything. Like, sure, Silencer is nice into Batrider. You know, at least he cannot spam his Qs for a bit of time, but I don't think you're ever killing him with Ricky. So I tend to favor the Radiant draft here a lot. Like, this Batrider looks pretty unanswered. Like, the only way I see that our team winning this game is like if Ricky is completely out of control, and then sure, the silence is good like with versus pretty much every hero. You know, like if you silence Ember and you kill him in the cloud or something, sure, but feel like it will be a better game for Sport Ricky, honestly. But they already had her, you know, that's what you pay for picking your both supports early on. And it's a smoke for the Radiant team. Also, we see that played all 3 games on the Dire, and Sand King on the Radiant team here. Both teams going, like previous game we saw both teams going on the top lane. Now both teams are going on the bot lane. We'll see how, if this time Radiant team will still get the first blood or if anything will change. They're about to run into, yeah, and they have a ward again. They see, and the smoke popped, so their team knows that the Radiant team is there. Holding the high ground right now. Snapfire has the big Scarablast with a Dawnbreaker. Slow. Ricky is able to escape.
30 seconds to
It was a good idea to send the Ricky first. You know, they used their run spells. Exchanged some HP for some mana, but the main problem right now, the Radiant team might be the first one to get to the runes. Might be at least 3 runes, maybe even 4. Because this Slash, I don't think he'll be going to pick up. I think he'll be the Silencer and he'll be slow. Okay, no, they'll settle for 3 runes, but still,
the
3 runes is still good, and I think they're opting out. I don't know, mind. Yeah, it is the Dawn 5 right there. I remember now. She has a lot of sticks. He has tangos and mangos, all the stuff to just sustain. And the Primal Beast, realizing, you know, it's not the best lane, he'll just opt out to trample out the lane with help from the Rubik with the Fate Bolt. This will be enough. Slark though, high regen, high base damage, you know, 62 damage plus the Cone Blade. He'll be fine CSing under tower. So it's not like it's the worst hero to be under the tower for. There are definitely heroes who would be way less happy about this. But right now they're chasing out the Dawn. And the Dawn pops his stick, but it won't be enough. And there is no... oh, will he get slowed? He does get slowed. And now the pounce as well, maybe a bit of overextension. Sure, it's first blood. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's fine. He got the first blood on the Proud Beast, and now he'll come. He doesn't have boots unfortunately yet, but still, it is not the worst. Meanwhile, let's see how the lanes are going. As expected in the top lane, this is a free reign for the Batrider. You know, he goes for the Flame Blight level 2, and we see that the Silencer is immediately going down here. Got too many stacks. This will be just not a fun lane for the Dire. And I think it gets worse the longer it goes. Mid lane though will be quite decent for Lush. I don't think Ember is too scary, at least early on. Then at some point, you know, the fist spam may get annoying, but the start will be fine. Even like start is Lush favorite, I would say. Then we'll see. Dawnbreaker again very low in the bot lane. Needs to be careful. He has tangos, but not any salves so far. She like keep using the, you know, the hammer aggressively, but then after that they know that they can just try to go in on her with the Brown Beast. Mid lane, runes get traded out, no supports rotations, so everything even so far. Madior didn't go for the Firefly level 2, went for the Flamebird for the kill, which makes life a bit easier right now. If you're trying to go on the Snapfire, I don't think it'll be enough damage. Batrider even opts out to just use his stuff while under the Arcane Curse to do some damage, but won't be enough to finish out the Batrider. I think level 1 Flame Break, you know, level 1 sticking a palm is like terrible, non-existent damage, so. Now we'll see, they're trying to go for the Snapfire again. There's a stick, she uses this stuff, but she will go down. Lane break though, under Riki. Riki will go down in return. And this is favorable for the Batrider. Batrider got the solo XP, he got the kill. Should be quite happy with this. And now he has a free lane to farm as well. You know, and in the bot lane meanwhile, Dawnbreaker gets cheesed down. Missed the bounce. Maybe was a kill in Rubik even though he has the lift. But still, Dire definitely favored in lanes here. Mid lane is maybe the only one that's doing pretty okay. Ember is not suffering even without the Flame Guard. Maybe even looking to try to go on top of him here. Yep, oh, with a good rotation from the Snapfire from low round with a cookie, and now gets the salve up. We'll get the at least one run. Yeah, Rubik will come to contest the second one, but. This is good. This is good stuff for the Ember. They need this Ember to be able to help out. Actually, no. What do they need to help out? They're doing fine right now. Down lane, like the bot lane is not great, but it's okay. But you know, it's never bad to have a good game on the Ember. And even then, like, sure, Dawnbreaker died a couple times, but this Slark is still #1 in net worth. You know, not by a lot, but it's not like he's having a bad game, right? It's the Dawnbreaker sacrificing herself, but if that means your Slark gets damage while they're chasing you around here, and Slark is getting free XP and free gold, sure, you'll take it at any time of day, I think. Top lane, they try to go for the Batrider, but Batrider heals up, and now he tries to survive, sitting in the middle of the trees. Oh, and allows to get Arcane Curse put on at him. But he'll live through. It's only level 1 Arcane Curse. Opts out to go for level 2 and Lust Ward in the bot lane. Dawnbreaker going down again. But now this Slark wants to try to kill, and he will land this time. And now he wants to go in for the Primal Beast as well, but will get pushed into a tower range. Won't be enough to kill him. But he's not close to level 6 yet. hope there is, yeah, there are at least tangos. It's fine. He has a lot of regen. This is Slark, 12 regen per second with a tango. He will be able to heal up here. And they're trying to go in for the Brown Beast, but too far, just a bit too far. They don't want to risk it. Maybe if Slark had more HP, but just a bit out of range. Level 6 in both mids. Ember Spirit will use just go back to base. He was low HP, low mana. Will be able to refresh all of his tools and go back to mid. Snapfire is there, tries to help contain the rune, and she will get the rune, and now gets the slow down onto this left track, but maybe they can do something with another round of fists in a second. Maybe, yeah, this will be enough, and now there is a chains again in 1 second. And this Rubik should be going down here very shortly. Heals up on the Ember just in case. And there it is. It's a double kill for the Ember Spirit with another rotation from his supports. And the pause, and the Better Rider gets a disconnect. Alright. Well, now we're in for the wait. Honestly, this Batrider is doing way worse than I expected him to, especially with a couple of kills that he got. He's 3-0, but his net worth is a bit suffering over here. Obviously, Batrider is way better as laner in mid, and when he's against double lane, can get hard for him. You know, there was a time when the sticky napalm slowed the turn rate, so that it was impossible to play in a Batrider, but that's no longer the case. So you can actually play versus the hero when he's in the offlane position. In the bot lane, Slark almost level 6. So after level 6, like, he's kind of untouchable. You know, unless you get like multiple hero rotations with him. Hard, like, you cannot pressure, you cannot like whittle him down slowly. So Slark is happy. Ember is very happy right now. Doesn't have a TP back to base though, so yeah, they just need to hope that the Better indeed comes back. We're not sure why he's missing right now. Batrider is back. Let's see if that means that the game will start here soon. Yeah, and the game restarts just with that. Level 6 in the Brown Beast right now, and the Slark doesn't have ulti. He was forced to pop it here before last engagement, so you should be a bit careful. There is no mana though, and here they'll go in, kill the Batrider. He was pretty low. Dawnbreaker is too late to try to get a return kill. Riki obviously has the blink strikes, so instead they'll settle for the silencer kill here. Which should come, yeah, with a couple more right clicks.
A tithe to the impurities.
Where is the Batrider? He's just walking from lane. Didn't have a TP, so yeah, this Batrider is definitely not happy at all with how his game went. Especially like, you know, you'd think like starting 3-0 he would be have way more than he has right now. Do they have the vision? They don't need it. Right. So another assist this time for the Batrider, but Ricky is killed, and now the Batrider can have a bit of a free time in the top lane, so he will be able to recover his game here. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, the Primal Beast ulti coming out, and the Slark forced to pop his Shadow Dance. Actually, still gets damage through it. Needs to be a bit careful. Maybe like with the onslaught, it was maybe getting a bit scary, but he still had the bounce, so still a bit safe. And now in the top lane, less rotation will kill the Batrider. So they're not, you know, they know that this Batrider could be a problem if he gets ahead, so they're just opting out to shut him down as hard as they can. Oh, and even the Slark! I wasn't even watching, you know, you would think that there is no way, but, you know, with the timely pulverize that was not cancelled by the Dark Pact, a kill for the Brown Beast, which is really good to slow down the Slark here. He was on top of net worth before the kill. Well, Dawnbreaker though will get 6 here very soon, so she'll be able to help next time her team is getting gone on any part of the map here. Phase Boot's coming out on Ember, so still a lot of time before he gets to his Maelstrom where he gets really scary. And Empire is kinda a lot of time before she gets to Mortimer Kisses as well. Actually, it won't be that much because it will be 10 minutes. The tone, but still.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Preparing for a 10-minute rune, and the Emperor is just going in with the Dawnbreaker popping in on top. This Dawnbreaker will now start to go in with the Primal Beast being in there. The cancelled Primal Beast ulti by a good shards, and Emperor now a bit stuck. But he's actually trying to go back in, maybe. Has a Sleight of Fists. Doesn't have mana for both of them, and Snapfire will get chased down over here. Top lane, there was a trade coming in. Ricky and Batrider traded out with the Flaming Blast we used there. Can I even engage with... Who got the rune? Oh, the Lush got the rune there, so maybe that helped him survive. There, bottle gets refilled by the Dawnbreaker, tipping back into mid. And yeah, the game is still like relatively even state. Big stacks though, which are going to be picked up by the Batrider right now in a couple seconds when his Firefly is up. He will stack him one more time before that, and there is a dire ward watching it, so they're smoking up. They want to prevent this Batrider from just farming all of those stacks. So let's see if they'll be prepared. He will farm them safely on the low ground here. But right now they're converging on him. You know, he's getting really low like to these creeps. Yeah, he's like, okay, he's just instantly dead to just Rubik. Yeah, that is unfortunate. He took too much damage, and now they're losing all the small stacks as well. Oh, the big Mortimer Kisses though from across the map. The timely Smoke of Deceit allows Lush to survive. And the Dawnbreaker is getting killed. She tried to... Actually, she didn't have the ulti, but... the Global Silence was popped as well to stop the Mortimer Kisses. Rubik will be able to survive, but they took the stacks, they took everything. And now, this Emperor is getting chased down with the silence, with the Primal Beast coming in. Emperor also going down here. And the Snapfire as well. She has the cookie, but she's getting chased down. There's another Blink Strike in a second. This is a kill. This is a really good strike for the Dire team. Dawnbreaker coming back in, but what will she do? Batrider tries to also follow up, but I don't know. Are you getting a silencer maybe? Yeah, maybe you're getting a silencer, but that's about it. And this looks like a complete disaster. Dawnbreaker ulti was channeled from like 0 units away and was cancelled by Riki, and Slarg died there as well. After having such a good lane, this is going like a disaster for the Radiant team. You know, they needed this Batrider to be a tempo setter, but opting out to put him in 3, maybe this was a mistake. Maybe maybe they should have tried to keep him as mid and picked up an offlaner. Maybe the problem is lying somewhere else. But right now, They need to change something if they want to get back in this game.
A tithe to the impurities.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
You know, and the Batrider has a ton of gold. He has almost 3,000 gold, and he's not buying the BOTs. Is he going for the BKB first item, or yeah, he is going for the BKB first item without the BOTs or anything. He realizes there is like no way for him to survive, and you know now they need to scatter and farm, and they're playing against Riki with a Diffusal Blade. This is scary. They will get picked off time after time again.
Radiant are scanning.
They need to be very careful with what they're doing right now. Thankfully, at least it's not a support Riki, so there is no shard. But now the silence coming into the Ember, and Ember is just immediately dead. Even the global silence used to make sure, but it's just so hard. Like, it feels like anybody gets lost warded, anybody gets Riki clouded, and they're just dying immediately on the Radiant team. Brown Beast doesn't have the BKB yet, and he will charge in to this Dawnbreaker, will miss the charge, and now this should be a kill on a Batrider. Yeah, he's starting to work on the Primal Beast, and with a bit more damage, they're leaving the kill for the Slark. Slark going straight for the Mage Slayer. It's understandable versus Lush. You need their magic resistance, you need to hit the Lush so he doesn't do any damage. And meanwhile, in the mid lane, they're trying to go for the Ember Spirit again, but they didn't have the global silence from last time. Dawnbreaker should be careful, chasing a bit too deep, so probably will die over here to the Lush damage. They lost the mid tower, which is the most important thing, but at least they're saving their Ember. They got the return kill. It is something for the Radiant team, but obviously, you know, losing your mid tower first is not a good sign. And the Batrider wants this wants to die here. I mean, sorry, the Batrider. Rubik wants to kill the Batrider. They're trying to work around. The Riki gets kind of low, but it won't be enough. And now they'll get the kill on the Batrider. Riki will live at 50 HP. He was getting kind of close, but he knew his limits. He was playing around them, and he gets the kill on another BKB. Like, you know, he's not even revealing. Like, he's keeping his items in his base. He doesn't want enemies to know that he gets a BKB soon, and he wants it to be a surprise. But yeah, he needs to get it before the next big fight. And the Primal Beast will also have his even before the Batrider here. This Batrider is a net worth below the supports of the enemy team on the Rubik right now. Like, this is how poor he is. You know, he rushed like Brown Boots BKB, and he doesn't have it yet at 16 minutes into the game. So, game not looking great for our Batrider over here.
I'll take that.
BKB done the Primal Beast. BKB almost done the Batrider. He's like 50, I mean 200 gold away from it. Millstorm on the Ember Spirit, but right now Snapfire is just dying. There is nothing she can do. She's not even close to Force Staff. And Lash runs in, loses all his mana. He doesn't have Bloodstone up, so the rest of the team is able to escape. But this Batrider, oh no, 20 gold, oh no. He is dying before he gets his BKB and is late by even more time. This Batrider just cannot catch a break in the mid lane. They're going for the Lash, I mean for the Ember, but good dodge, I think, on the Split Earth with the Sleight of Fists, allows Ember to escape here. Slark is down the hero who is like completely untouched right now on the Radiant team, but this is not the freest of Slark games, right? He has the Mage Slayer, he's working on the Ags next, so you know you can see a world where this Slark. Oh, actually, he went for the BKB Mage Slayer. I didn't even realize he had a BKB before this. It's still 9 seconds, and then what is happening in the mid lane? I'm not sure. Oh, they were trying to Mortimer Kisses. Oh, and right now the Ember is starting to go down. They're trying to save him, but will it be enough? It won't, and the Slark is finally coming in. He has the BKB, so starts to hit on the people right now. Lands the leash, but there is a Force Staff, and now he will just opt out to BKB TB out. And this is the everyone's considering this is the first BKB reveal on your Slark, the most part here in the map, just coming in for nothing. This is looking rough, looking rough. At least the BKB is finally done for the Batrider. Maybe he can start playing the game. But Ricky, he runs into the Slark. Silence with a ton of damage from the Rubik. And this is your Slark. Yeah, this is why Ricky is good versus Slark. You find him and you kill him. But no BKB. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Ember tries to kill off the Silencer, but instead he'll get killed off in return. And here comes the Lush. With a TP in, they want the Batrider. Batrider pops the BKB, will start going for the Lush. Lush starts to get low, but he's fast, and the Batrider doesn't have the BOTs. And this will be not enough damage. This is a team wipe, and this game starts to look completely out of hand. You know, the Slark is not able to do anything. As soon as his BKB is down in this game, it's so hard for him to play. Ricky, free farmed. Lush, completely free farmed. Has the BOTs, has the Bloodstone. He's almost done with his Blink Darter as well. And the Primal Beast is just extra on top. You know, after a stomp from the San King Gomez last game, this is looking rough. This is looking like the CDUB has a good grab on this game. And they're seeing this Ember right now. Ember doesn't have a BKB. Instant silence. And there is a follow-up. There is a Primal Beast coming in to finish every time. That's like, it's so hard to play against Riki when you're behind. No matter if it's support Riki or if it's a carry Riki. You just show up in lane if you're alone, you're instantly dead. In the mid lane, Batrider doesn't have a BKB for 15. Lesh looks for him. Actually, they see the Lesh. They want to get a return, but his team is there. And the global silence instantly cancels the Mortimer Kisses, and you know, makes the Unbreaker not being able to pop. You know, before the game I said like, oh, these supports will be able to do something. You know, they'll have like a grease and they'll have the defense items, but they don't have anything yet. And now we see like without the defense items, like this Dawnbreaker, they're so poor. They're just dying. Ember is there. They want to get this Riki. Maybe this is a bit of an overextension. Return Mortimer Kisses from the Rubik, but I don't think it's actually doing anything. Maybe they're playing a bit too cocky there, getting punished for it, but they're obviously still so far ahead in this game. Like one Riki death is nowhere near close to give the Radiant hope of doing anything.
Radiant are scanning.
Oh, and the good thing though, Batrider found the Lush track, and now with the Dawnbreaker coming in as well to stun, the Batrider damage is enough to kill even through the Bloodstone. Lush didn't have the blink and doesn't have the opts out to go for the BKB first. Doesn't have that yet either, so good thing. But now lift onto the Ember with the cloud from the Riki, and Ember is just dead to those two spells. They did like more than half of the HP from the Ember. Well, this is like, we see why it is so hard for them to play the game. Like, they get the one kill, but another fighting map, like as soon as they split, every hero from the Dire team can just chase you around and kill you. They're under the wards right now, so the Dire team sees all of them. Wards will get cleared out, but Snapfire here. Snapfire has the shard, opts out to go down before the Force Staff. Still, both supports still don't have anything to save against the Riki. This is a very scary time in the game. They don't have any Force Staffs. Batrider has a Dragonlance queued up. I'm not sure about that one. I think that should be at 4 staff. Maybe that's a misclick. Because I think, like, I'm not sure about this Dragonlance over here right now. Not sure at all. But they desperately need the 4 staffs. And they hope that their supports will get enough farm to get them soon. Domberg is almost done with hers. I think it's like 500 more gold. Because when they get those, it'll get easier. It'll get easier versus the Riki and the Lesh, but especially the Cloud, which is so annoying right now.
Dire are scanning.
This Rubik is crazy far in this game. 6-3 and 14. Has the Fade Bolt and the Scarab Blast. I actually didn't know the Scarab Blast scales with your cast range. If it does, the Scarab Blast range is insane. Oh yeah, it does. I actually never knew, because normally, like, I thought that those type of spells do not. You know, like it's like Venom Ulti or something. Like I thought that it counts like that, but apparently it does. And now in the top lane, they're going for the Ember here with a nice Rubik. Sorry, I mean a nice shard from the Primal Beast. Won't be enough. Popping the global sense as well and the BKB on the Primal Beast, but Ember lifts, you know, that's good stuff. Good stuff. With no save from his team, it was enough for Ember still survived, and the Radiant team looking to go into the Roche Pit. They know that there is no global sounds, so their supports finally can use their spells. And if they can get it, you know, considering they're 30k gold behind at 24 minutes, if they're able to snitch this Roche off, I think they will be able. I think they're about to do it. This is big for them, because especially for this Ember who doesn't have a BKB yet, this is big. Yeah, the Radiant Dire had no idea. Ember has the BKB now. They tried to go with the Primal Beast shard and the global sounds on top on the Ember, but it was just not enough.
Radiant are scanning.
Better they're going for power tries this game, you know, not going for that for the traditional like BOTs or anything. But you know, even with the even with the Aegis, it's like they're still very far behind. Game gets easier when they get like BKBs and stuff. Like when they get the Ember BKB, game gets a bit easier for them, but they need a lot. They need a lot, and they need a lot of time. And Aegis definitely helps with that. BKB doesn't lush. A couple 4 staffs. Rubik working on Lotus Orb. Yeah.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Aghanim is done in this Lark. This is pretty big. The ability to follow up.
Radiant's bottom tower
Like, ability to follow up, get in and out is good. Problem is, like, he needs to get BKB for, he needs to have his BKB. As soon as his BKB down, really hard for him to play this game.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And now they see that Ember went bot. So they want to force out. They know that he doesn't have BKB yet. So they want to try to force him out. The sounds coming in. And the lift. And I think this is the Aegis out. Yeah. And he doesn't have his BKB. Cloud is there. So this will be a second kill straight again. You have the Aegis, but it was not enough without the BKB up. And now they don't see there's smoke in the Batrider, but he needs to be careful. He's about to run into this to the Primal Beast. Primal Beast wants to chase him. Is he able to get it? Almost, just a bit, not enough. Will pop the DP on the high ground, so he will get away. But it's the Aegis down and it's Ember down. Ember would have the BKB when he respawned like 2 creeps or something, but yeah, it's been better before, you know, for the Radiant team here. Blink down Lash Rack, so even more gank potential with his team. Prime Beast also will have the blink very shortly here. So a lot of good items for cash items for the Dire team. And they see Leshrac right now, but does he want to see Leshrac? Pops the Bloodstone, pops the BKB on the Batrider, but there was no Firefly. So DC4 saw the BKB from Lesh as well, but he traded BKB for Lesh for BKB and the Lasso, so now other Dire heroes can be pretty free with all this Batrider stuff. And the double damage on the Riki. But he opted out to go for the creeps. If he waited a bit more for the Ember didn't have a BKB for just a second, maybe this could have been the kill on the Ember. But we will never know. Riki BKB is almost done as well. I'm gonna go till that. You know, and once again, Roche, long time before he can respawn. At least 4 minutes. So this game will slow down here. And maybe the game slowing down is better for the Radiant team. They need the time, but Ember is getting caught with a chain stun, with an instant lift from across the map. There is no chance to press the BKB. They will go down, they will try to go on the Lash with the Slark. Is getting low on the Lash, but don't think it's enough. He's able to get off, and the BKB from Slark is almost over. They're trying to go for the Riki as well, but yeah, Riki will just get out, and he has a bit of stacks on Slark, but not sure it was worth it. They don't have BKBs, they're not ready to fight. Obviously, the Dire team is not the best in pushing, and they don't have like Lesh is very low HP, but there it is. There it is. Like probably he's just going in and instantly killing enemy 3.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Life is hard. Yeah, there. I was completely forgot that they were supposed to cast. I was just watching how beautiful it is, but Slark is down, and now Ember Spirit. The rest of his BKB, he tries to get out, but Riki is not scared. Riki is not scared at all. He's just going to town with Leshrac as well. And this Primal Beast will cancel. It will opt not to try to go for the Ember. But a lot of heroes lost in the Radiant team. And the cores in the Dire team still alive. You know, their supporters, they're dying sometimes. Like, I was talking about this from like before the game. This will happen. Like, it's pretty easy to kill Slark and his team, but those supports. But the cores are alive. And the cores are just getting stronger and stronger with every second.
Are scanning.
Trying to chase down this Batrider right now. They see him on the creep wave. He will try to escape. He does have a TP though. Will they be able to find him? They don't have a scout on the Dire team, I believe. He lives for now. There is no scout for the trees, so Primal Beast is guessing, but he's guessing incorrectly. He's guessing south. Batrider is north.
What a surprise.
Lotus Orb down the Rubik. Refresher almost done the Silencer. This will be big. It's like 2,000 gold a wave and a bit less. And this will be big, like especially versus the Ember. You know, you force Ember to pop a BKB with like your first and immediately second one, and like there is no save. They don't have any like Lotus Orb or anything on their team. Their supports are too weak. I mean, too underfarmed. They just got their 4 staffs. So I'm actually surprised that both of their supports, especially Dawnbreaker, is going for the Ags. But I guess like with the Ags you can fly up fast in like 1 second before the global sounds is popped. Maybe that's the thought process. But they will smoke it. Sorry, from the Radiant team. And they want to find something. They have a blink and a Batrider. They want to go for the backlines. Riki's there. They don't have they have a gem on the Slark. They need to be careful. They are going in, but the Primal Beast is going in first. And now the Batrider is instantly dead. They will trade out for the Rubik, but is this enough? Is this enough? The Silencer is lives for now. Lesh is back in. He will get the stun up on the Slark. And the Steam is there, but Riki lives. Riki has another round of Blink Strike, but not able to pop it, and now he gets low. He will get brought down. This is 3 heroes dead. The BKB is popped from Lesh, but Lesh is just using it to TP out, and this is a very big fight. They were not able to stop the Slark after a good initiation of the Batrider and the Batrider kill. The Slark had free reign for the fight. And Roche is will be not up for a long time, which is good for our team. They'll be back, but considering how far ahead they were, it was scary. It was scary that they couldn't do anything, and you know, they needed the second global sounds. The first one was purged. When they'll have the second one, this is where they go hard, and the Dahlbreaker will get killed here, pretty sure in a second with another Lash bounce. But now the bounce, the Slark is actually in, and oh my god, he doesn't have a BKB. Will he pay with his life? He life steals a lot here, but I'm not sure it will be enough, and it won't. And now they're chasing for more. There is a Ricky. I mean, sorry, there is a Rubik who will also die. A bit of a throw, you know, for support. Lush thought maybe he's stronger than he is. Maybe he believed in his word, but it's not enough. And you know, just like that, we're going for like 15k advantage to just 5k. And soon to be lower. Primal Beast gets popped, but the BKB is coming out. Now the Batrider is silenced, has the BKB, opts not to pop it from the global, so they're able to save their Primal Beast. You know, they just need to wait out till Lush. It's good that they didn't die, but they need more time. And this Ricky is forced to go so many defensive items. He has the BKB. He's going for the Lincolns as well, so he doesn't have too much damage. So maybe that's why, you know, like, they just didn't have enough damage for the last fight. Roche still down for 40 seconds. So it should be like this 20-second window before the rush spawn and the global sound, so it's not that much. They're instantly smoking as soon as the Lush respawns. They want to find something, but they'll run into this Batrider who's on top of high ground, and he actually goes in on the silencer here. Maybe this was a mistake. They will instantly kill him. Actually, no, he lives on 100 HP. He's getting out, but Ricky is there to cancel. Now, Rubik is starting to die to the Slark. Slark pounces in. Slark will finish up the silencer. Now he's turning into... Maybe no, maybe he's just looking to get out. He's popping the ulti. He's getting out here. Do they have a Lash? Lash is going back in. He has the stun. Stun is missing. Ricky tries to follow up as well. They're trying to chase, but I don't think they'll have enough. They'll settle for a support for a 3 trade. This is favoring the dark team, especially with the Batrider canceling this smoke in such a good way, sitting on the high ground here. And Roche is up. And there is no Batrider. I don't think either team is looking to do it right now, but we will see. We will see what happens here. I think this is Axe done in the Primal Beast as well. That will be pretty big, especially like you're preventing the Slark from getting the stacks. It's good. The damage will be a lot, you know, because they have heroes who want to go and sit on top of you. So this will be coming a lot of damage from the Aghanim's uproar here. Aghanim's done in the Dawnbreaker as well. So you know, like if the global sound is not instant, or if like a lot of times he'll opt to use it on other stations, the Soul Guardian will be there. Will provide a lot of healing, which will allow to sustain through the Lesh damage. Like Lesh is not a burst hero. Now they do have the Riga shard. They're trying to find like the jump with that. So I think they really want to get this refresher orb on the silencer before the next fight. I think this will be big for them. Mainly because they need something to stop the Ember. Ember is providing just too much in this game right now. Radiant team smokes this 5. They're running into the high ground. I don't think they see Lesh. Lesh will get popped by the Batrider. Lotus Orb is there. He starts to regen up. The global silence is popped. The BKB is there, but the Batrider starts to go down. He will go down before he's able to pop the BKB. There is a Aghanim Scepter Sword Guardian coming in. but he's BKB'd on the Riki. Riki is alive for now. Lush coming back in. They're trying to go for the Slark. Slark gets Riki darted, but I don't think there's a stun. He will get out, but maybe they're looking for the Ember instead on the top lane, top side of the map. There is a Dawnbreaker dying. Dawnbreaker is dead, but here on the other side, they killed off the Primal Beast, and now Riki starts to go into the Ember. Ember is very low mana. I'm not sure if he'll be able to get out. He isn't. And now the Sapphire will go down as well. Slark is alive, but can Slark fight 1 into 4? I don't think so. Maybe he's looking to go back in, and he's going in the Riki. Riki is alive, but there is a gem on the Slark, so Riki will get killed off here. And now he's low. He doesn't have any. Oh, he's able to get out, but no! He gets slowed, and now the Slark is going down. He's losing the gem as well. No mana on the Lush. They cannot go for the Roche, I believe, without the Riki, but they're able to threaten the high ground. Let's see if they have any buybacks in the rated team. They do have an Slark. They do have an Ember. Maybe they need to be a bit careful. He gets a bit mana back up with the Bloodstone. He has the Blink, and so when people are up, he's able to escape. There is no last on the Batrider for another 30 seconds. He'll pop the Glyph, and I think this will be enough. I think they'll leave. Really big fight for the Dire team, especially like this stop. So it stopped the Slark mid jump here. Like sure, it's instantly cancelled because he was queuing, but the jump was cancelled. It was less jump, and this is what enabled him to kill the Slark. Really nice place from Sanctified on Rubik there. And now they're starting to look to Roche. They know there is no Slark for 50. They want to take it. Also, Lesh almost done with his sex. They don't see. 2 remaining members of Radiant team are smoked. They want to go in, but nobody's in there except for the Leshrac. Leshrac has no mana though, so I don't think it's ideal.
Radiant are scanning.
What's the duration of the smoke? Smoke is like 10 seconds. There is a good ward which will scout out them as soon as the smoke is out. Lesh went back to base. Now will come back in. So they won't take this Roche before the Slark is back up. But this ward sees the entire of the Radiant team right now. Have the double damage on Ember Spirit. That's pretty big, but it's not a physical damage Ember. And they will get the jump. They will get a good jump. The BKB instantly popped on the Primal Beast, and this is the kill on the Batrider. This is 60 seconds without the Batrider, and he also doesn't have a buyback. So now they will look to go into Roche Pit, especially with their Arcane Rune onto the Lash. You know, he's just able to pop all of that mana into killing the Roche. And the Radiant team is not looking to try to contest it without the Batrider. They will opt out to give the second Roche to the Dire team. It's coming into Lash, and Lash has Hex as well. So, you know, with the Hex, maybe you can catch, it's additional catch for Slark, maybe for Ember. It is scary. And Riki doesn't have that much stuff yet, right? He, actually, like, for a man like being top at the 3rd in net worth, it feels like he doesn't have that much. Maybe like he has like a lot of small items. He has like Manta, the Basher, but I don't know. It feels like he should have more. Maybe he also has like 3k gold in his stash as well. So
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
let's see. What is the Savages? Snap almost has an axe.
Dire's bottom tower.
It's interesting. Like she can there are a lot of targets which she can throw in. You know, like she can throw in Batrider who it's the BKB and pull somebody back. So it has its uses. It has also like saving later on. Maybe, you know, maybe you build an Evelynns and you save people when they get like gotten by hacks or stuff. But right now they're pressured in the high ground. They're forced to go back. Ember's is going back. Slark is not yet. So they're opting to lose the tier 3 before they do anything else. Now they have a second glyph, and we'll see. It's level 25. Lesh has a lot of damage to the towers with the edicts. Riki doesn't show he's in range. No, he's not. They don't see the Riki right now. And another Lesh edicts will go off. Another glyph, but they really want to get this Rax before they leave. The Batrider goes in, but it's so far behind, and there's a Slark with him though. Now they'll get a stun off onto this Riki, and the Primal Beast pops the BKB finally, but is not able to go in, and the death is coming in from the Silencer. Pops back another refresher ulti, and the global silence, and now the Slark will die. You know, I don't know if they expected the refresher from the global right now. They tried to go in the Silencer, but Silencer died. The Aegis is still up in Lush, will get used to kill off, and now this Snap tried to TP out, but it's unsuccessful. Do they have a Blink on Lush? They do, but opted out not to use it, so Ember is able to get back to base. But his team is dead, And the Slark has no buyback. He bought out for trying. Oh my god, he didn't even finish up the Lincolns. He bought out, and there is the Hex on the Ember Spirit, and they will have follow-up. This is Ember dead. Ember has the buyback, but there is no buyback on Slark, and this is what matters. This is at least 2 lanes, and they don't have a glyph. So we'll see, maybe it's even a 3 lanes. Maybe this is the end of the game. Diabolic Edicts popped. They're going in hard. A lot of time before the Radiant team is alive. At least 2 lanes is to say at least. It's looking more and more like it will be 3 lanes. Buyback coming in from the Ember. Couple of Dart heroes are pretty low. Lesh is the only one who is tanky, but Lesh is the one that matters for killing the tower over here. And the rest of the heroes are just there to save, and they will get instant jump on the Ember. Ember is immediately dead after the buyback. There is no saving grace for him, and they're trying to go in for the Lesh, but they don't have Lasso. If they had Lasso, maybe they could pull him back to base, but no Ember with no buyback, and still 15 seconds without the Slark. Edicts are up, and I think this Edicts will be enough to get this lane of Rax. Actually, there is no, for me, there is no animation of the Edicts, but they're happening. They're heading real low on their Riki, but oh, this is so weird. They really want those. They really do, but they are not able to do right now. The Bradharder gets a jump on the Silencer on the backlines. Rubik will save him for now, but he will still go down. And at the same time, they're actually just going in on the Slark. And this is the power of the Lash and Primal Beast. They will just do a ton of damage, and they will kill the Slark. And this will be a GG with the CDUB Esports going on to the semifinals. Really nice performance from them. The Slark tried his best, but with the Batrider being so far behind from the lane, and then like it's Riki, you know, just getting so many kills off in the mid game, it was hard for them to play. But good showing, you know, good showing, especially game 2. Like the second game was just outplayed, outdrafted, or outplayed, however you want to think about that. So now nice showing from them, and you know there were in other games as well, so pretty evenly matched. But unfortunately, they will be losing, and they will be out of a TDL, and we'll be back with the semifinals in just a bit.